Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I think you need this.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you,
Do
Diane.
that again.
Cheers. And it's Rex on the road with our Sonoma County Wine of the Week. And we're going to find out what mystery location we're at today. Where are we?
We're at Bucher Vineyard in the heart of the Russian River Valley.
Oh, and this is beautiful. Notice a lot of vineyards right in front of us.
Right.
How many acres do you guys have?
The ranch is 360 acres. We have 40 acres in vineyard, and we sell to, besides making our own wine, we also sell to other, the majority of our grapes to other wineries.
Okay, so a lot of harvesting. And right now harvesting is going on, right?
Yeah, we've been harvesting the last couple of weeks. A little bit of a compressed harvest, as we were talking earlier. It's been a warm summer, and everything's ready to go at the same time, which is good, and but challenging at the same time. But we're having fun.
You were saying that the next 3 weeks, right, or the last couple of weeks have been like really busy, and so it's really compressed.
Yeah.
And I guess a normal season, how long would that extend out?
Usually it's about 3 to 4 weeks of harvesting. We have mainly Pinot Noir and a little bit of Chardonnay, yeah, we're probably going to do it in about 2.5 weeks this year. It's going pretty fast. Yeah, we're about 80% with done. So it's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, and then after that, you can kind of take it easy a little bit, right?
Oh, there's always other things to do. We got wine events, and we're going to finish up the wines through fermentation, and we work with a consulting winemaker, but it's a lot. It's a lot of fun. We're having a blast.
You know, and the bottom line I always get to about wine, about grapes, is it's farming, right? I mean, and sometimes we take away the farming because we think of the bottle, we think of the wine in the bottle, but when you get down to it, you're really depending on Mother Nature. You're depending on what kind of seasons you're getting and how that's going to affect your crop, which would be the grapes, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Mother Nature has the final say. But we learn in agriculture and farming that you study everything, you keep tabs on the weather, and you mitigate what you can, and you take care of what you can, and Mother Nature's going to do what she's going to do, and we work off of that, and our goal is really to your point. Our goal is to make really make the wine in the vineyard, because it does start with farming.
Right. I mean, it's like 90% of what you got is what you got from harvest that year, and then you work with that. But I mean, there's only so many changes you can make once the grapes are grown, and then you start producing the wine. Right?
Yes,
that's really true of what we do with our Pinot Noir. As John says, it's made out in the vineyard essentially. We're about ready to pick this block here on Monday evening, but we don't do a lot of manipulation once we get it into the winery.
Right. Well, I mean, that's to me that means it's a success, right?
Yes,
because if the grapes are so good, you don't want to ruin what they're naturally kind of giving you back.
Exactly.
That's our goal.
Now, if folks want to come wine tasting at Bucher, how can they make a reservation to do some wine tasting, taste some of that Russian River Valley Pinot?
Yeah, they can join us on our website, which is www.bucher.wine, and make a reservation from there. We'll do a tasting with them at Grand Cru Custom Crush, which we're going to go to a little bit later today.
We get both views today.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we have some different picks in the tanks, so you can take a look at that, and it's a great facility, and we can do our tastings there. Yeah.
And John was just telling me as we were just hanging out, just chatting as guys do sometimes. You were saying you've grown up right around here, and when I mean around here, I don't mean all the way across town. I mean like right down the street.
No, yeah. I'm born and raised in Healdsburg. Spent 4 years at UC Davis, but otherwise I've lived my whole life here on West Side Road. Yeah, three different permanent addresses my whole life, all within walking distance. So
I was just gonna say that's real close. I wish all the places I lived were that close, but no. So. I mean, that's incredible. And then you're growing grapes right in the old neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
that's incredible. That's incredible. What did this year's harvest what story did it kind of present for you guys? As you're saying, it's a comprised kind of harvest season, but what did you see this year maybe that was different than last year?
Well, what really was fantastic is we were into our second year of above average rainfall, 2 years in a row after 4 years of pretty dry weather, which really, the vines struggled during those dry years. And so having the 2 consecutive wet years The vineyards look great this year. Canopies were strong. A lot of nutrients in the grapes, which translates into a faster fermentation when we get into the winery. So everything looks really good. It's been a warm summer,
Right.
And that's, we'll see. Time will tell how that affects the vintage, but that's part of the reason why we're picking everything at the same time. But the grapes look great. The canopy looked great all summer. It was really, in some ways, pretty easy to farm.
Oh, good.
Because Mother Nature gave us a couple of wet years, and it was really a blessing and a relief. And it's I heard that from so many of the wineries that were out checking their samples or taking samples, that, oh man, the canopy looks great, the vines look great, and I heard that all year, and I think everyone has been seeing that, which has been really helpful this year. So
I mean, as far as wet year, dry year, it's really been kind of in the last few years a famine, and now with a couple of wet years, kind of a feast of plentiful rain. Right?
Absolutely. Everything looks good. The crop looks good, not too much, but we're hitting our averages, plus or minus average, and the quality looks great, and we're super excited for the vintage. Yeah, it looks good.
Now, the Russian River Valley, for folks that haven't visited the Russian River Valley, we highly recommend that you do. Okay?
Yes, come and see us.
This is a little different than some of the other areas that produce a lot of grapes in California. And could you explain the climate a little bit to folks who haven't visited?
Yeah, the Russian River Valley, as far as the grape appellation, the viticulture appellation, it's a fairly large. It goes. We're on the northern end of that, so it goes south towards Sebastopol, Santa Rosa. It's part of that appellation, and so it's really there's a lot of it's a big area. But the key to this area is that we have the Russian River, the river flowing right through the middle of this AVA, and that gives us this coastal cooling climate, which makes it ideal for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, which are more of the cooler climate varietals that do well. And so that's where we're at, and it's a great area. We were just this morning when you got here we were talking about the fog. It's
and it was
fogged,
here. It was
fogged in, and it's almost like a clockwork. Around 10 o'clock is when the fog lifts, but it's that cooling effect at night is great for the grapes. It helps retain acidity in the fruit, and that's really helpful to make great Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. And then after 10 o'clock, we get a great view here.
Yeah, and that's what we got right now. It's clear, it's sunny, you can see the mountains. You said Mount St. Helena is right in front of us.
Mount St. Helena.
Mount St. Helena. Why did I say St. Helena? Yeah, St. Helena is right in front of us, and it feels like you can see forever from here.
Yes,
right?
really, absolutely.
It's really nice.
Yeah. And now the Russian River Valley, from what I was reading, the reason it's called that is there was fur trading that went on here with some of the Russian fur companies, and that's how it got its name, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
That's what I heard.
No, it's true.
It is true. Okay. It's not a legend. It's not a myth. That is true. Well, can we taste some of the Pinot that you poured?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. This is
John, you want to grab that bottle? This is our 2022 Pomard, or I'm sorry, 360. I said the wrong one. 360 Pinot Noir.
Nice.
That we have in our glass here.
Yeah, let's hold that up here. Yeah.
Well, a lot of the flavors that we get are classic Russian River, red fruit, berry and cherry. This bottling that we do is a barrel reserve, and we get a little bit darker notes, some blueberry, blackberry in there, a little more forest floor.
Yeah, this is our barrel reserve. So
that is very, very nice.
Thanks.
Meaning, it's usually something unique or different from the vintage that goes into this bottling, and a lot of times it's we have a lot of the Pomard clone that drives our vineyard, and it's more red fruit driven. This is more of a darker fruit profile, something which is different than what the majority of the vineyard gives us. So it's small production. Again, our barrel reserve that we put together.
Well, it's absolutely terrific, and I like the way the tannins kind of stay with you there for just a little bit, right?
Right.
I mean,
it has a nice finish to it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to take one more sip. Is that all right?
Yeah,
that?
you can take
You
a
bet.
while.
That is, and I love the bottle because I mean it really shows your vineyards, right?
It
Like right
does.
here?
This is called Frost Hill. You can see it from where we're sitting
Yeah.
right now. It's
Yep.
just that hill right there.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
So it's a kind of a prominent feature on West Side Road. A lot of folks know
Yeah.
it when they're visiting some
Yeah,
of our
so there you go.
neighboring wineries. They can come around the corner and they see this giant hill and they go, "Oh, that's Bucher."
Right, right. Yeah, you guys were easy to find. I was worried about it. I was like, but we were just here not too long ago, and so I'm kind of familiar with this part of Russian River Valley, and I was like, oh yeah,
Very good.
we were just there a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Good. Well, it's
beautiful.
great to have you here. Nice to
Cheers.
come out.
Thank you, Diane. Thank
Thanks
you,
a lot
John.
for stopping by. It was great to see you.